Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Marvel Monday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Marvel Legends series Spider-Man retro-carded Tombstone. Let's get into it! Let's start our visit with our old pal, Robbie Robertson, with a look at the packaging. And then here we have Marvel Comics, my favorite Marvel Comics logo, actually. 4 and up, Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Nice big blister showcasing the figure and his accessories. And then Hardened Criminal. That's what it says there. Then we have some nice artwork of Tombstone all suited up. Tombstone. And, you know, it's on the billboard and stuff. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. And then on this side, it's got some Hasbro print. On the back side, we've got Marvel Comics, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Marvel. And again, that same artwork from the front, Hardened Criminal. And then a line drawing showing, you know, different things you can do there. The dangerous and high-priced hitman known as Tombstone faces off against Spider-Man and other heroes of New York. Warning, attention, Octoon, don't stick things in your pie hole of any language that do not belong there. Don't give it to babies. Hasbro print. Attention, especially don't stick things in your French pie hole. Small fine, legalese made in China print. Symbols I'm not going to learn. The GameStop barcode, because I forgot to peel it off. And then there's another barcode under here, the regular barcode, and then recycled stuff. And that, my friends, completes our look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And first up, let's take a look at the accessories. And one accessory he has here is an alternate head and neck, apparently, with a ball at the bottom of it. Now, why they did it like this, I don't know, but they did. But I mean, look at that face. He's just totally peeved about something. And the eyes and the shading around the eyes and the gums and the lips and the teeth, and I mean, they outdid themselves on the deco for this face, my friends. That inkjet was working overtime, and I really like this. And it looks like the hair is a separate piece from the rest of the head. You can see it's gapped just a little bit right here. But overall, I have to say, nice mold and nice deco on this face. He also comes with an extra set of hands, which are fists. And I'm sure we probably have seen these somewhere before. They're both on in and out hinges. They both have nice molded detail. Look at all those veins in there. And there's a left one and a right one. And again, it's a fist. And I'm sure that we have seen these in Marvel Legends at some other point. His last accessory is a crowbar, which we have seen before. Who came with this? Was it Hammerhead or Jigsaw, maybe? I don't remember. Somebody's come with a crowbar like this before, and it wasn't Wrecker. His was bigger and flatter. So that's the accessories. Let's take a look at the figure himself. And everything I said about the alternate head is, it all applies to this. I mean, they really did a great job on the inkjet with this face. I mean, it is for such an unattractive mug, it did a great job on it. And those features really stand out. Maybe it's because of the starkness of his flesh tone, and then, you know, everything just pops on that, I think. And speaking of pop, you know, it got the contrast of the pale, very pale white almost skin and the black of the suit, and then we've got these blue pops for the shirt and the pocket square, and then again black for the tie, and then these pops of color right here under the jacket sleeves where the shirt sleeves are sticking out, and basically that's it. And I'm not sure what of that is paint and what is not. It could be, these are probably paint, and because the stripes on it makes me think it's a tampo, so it could be the same for the shirt before they put this jacket overlay on, and then the blue here for the pocket square. At least I'm assuming that's blue. I'm colorblind, so don't make fun of handicapped people. So I'm assuming that's blue. Looks blue to me. Now that's probably a paint app, but it matches up well with everything else. And then as far as the rest of it goes, it's a nice sculpt. You can see like the jacket buttons, it's a little bit too small for him maybe, so, but that's the look he was going for, I'm sure, to kind of show off, hey, I'm a big dude and I'm scary. So, but I mean, just overall this figure looks great, even though it is just a suited body. It looks great. And as far as his articulation goes, he doesn't really look up much. He can look down just a little bit, and that's about it. There's a little bit of waggle at the neck. He can do the full exorcist at the shoulder, 360 degrees of rotation there, and the arm doesn't raise up quite 90 degrees, and there's maybe a butterfly in there. If it is, it's very slight, but I don't think there is a butterfly in there. There's a cut here at the upper bicep for a full 360 degrees of rotation. Double hinged, pinless elbow, and it gives you that much bend. 360 degrees of rotation at the wrist on in and out hinge, and in and out, up and down hinge on the other side. So it's nice to have a change up like that. Now there is some articulation under this overlay, but I'm not sure exactly what it is. I think maybe there's just a ball joint at the hip, and he can lean left and right a little bit. He can lean back that far. He can lean forward that far. And you can get a 360 degree rotation out of that. Okay, so it's a cut where the chest and the abdomen meet, I think. Maybe. It's hard to tell with this overlay, and when you twist him around, it does mess his tie up. So let me twist him back around the other way, see if we can straighten it up. So the tie does go down in there, folks. It's not just up here. So there, I think I got it straightened up there. So it can do that. So it could be a cut here where the chest and the torso meet, or a ball joint down here at the bottom. I really can't tell without messing it up or heating it up and popping it apart, and I'm just not going to do that right now because there's no need to. Now if you let the jacket flare out a little bit at the legs, he can give you that much of the splits, and he can kick forward that far and backwards, maybe a quarter of a step. Cut here at the upper thigh gives you a full 360 degrees worth of rotation, and then a double hinged pinless knee, and it gives you that much bend, so all the way. Very good, especially in a suited body. At the ankle, can tilt down about that far, can tilt up about that far, and forward facing pin for rocker. And that, my friends, is a look at Tombstone and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Marvel Legends series, Spider-Man retro-carded Tombstone, with the Marvel Legends series, Vulture Build-A-Wings, Sinister Villains Tombstone, the Marvel Legends series, Spider-Man retro-carded Hammerhead, and the Marvel Legends series, Kingpin Build-A-Figure from the Kingpin Build-A-Figure wave. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Marvel Legends series Spider-Man retro-carded Tombstone, with our final Marvel Legends comparison making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee from the G.I. Joe Classified series. We have the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And for a 7-inch scale comparison from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the Marvel Legends series, Spider-Man retro-carded Tombstone, I'll have to say this guy really needed an update, and wow, what an update. I mean, he looks so slick in this suit. And I think they got the colors a little better on this one. Of course, I think the last one was more a comic book, based on comic book appearances. And this one is more based on the animated series look. I could be wrong. He probably did appear in a suit in the comics as well. And, I don't really remember Tombstone all that well from the comics or the animated series. I do remember he appeared. I do remember he had it in for Robbie because they grew up together. Robbie Robertson from the Daily Bugle. And, and he was pretty much invulnerable. Or was he just strong? I cannot remember. But I really like the look of this figure in the suit. Now I would like, an updated version of or an updated figure of the other version, in the high collared, villain suit, I guess you could call it. And maybe one day they'll get around to that, but for now, this one it's fantastic. I mean, just the contrast between his flesh tone and the black of the suit, and then you've got the pop of color in there for the shirt and the tie, and the inkjet that they used on the face. I mean, the face printing is excellent on this one, and again, it just really stands out against the starkness of his skin. And it's, wow, that's all I can say. It's a great looking figure. And they did give him the pinless elbows and knees, so that is a plus. That's not always a deal breaker for me, but it is a plus. And, he's got an extra head. He's got a crowbar to beat the crap out of Robbie with. If that's something I recall vaguely that happening in the comics. So, he does have that. He does have a trigger finger hand if you want to give him a firearm of some kind. And it's just it's a fantastic looking figure. Now, the range of motion on it may not be all it could be in the torso area, but he's also wearing a suit, so there is that. But I thoroughly enjoy this figure, and I'm glad they finally gave him an updated version or an updated figure, and I'm glad that they did do a different version than the last one that they did, which I want to say was in 2017. Yeah, 2017 was the last time that they did this figure, and that was in the, let me look real quick, the Vulture Build-A-Wings wave from, you know, the Spider-Man No Way, or Homecoming, not No Way Home, the Spider-Man Homecoming wave. So, you know, it's been quite a few years since we've seen this guy, and again, I'm super glad that they updated him, and I like this look for him, and I think it's really cool. Your mileage, of course, may vary, but I hope it doesn't, because, you know, I was excited over this guy, even though I'm not that familiar with the character. It's just a fantastic looking figure. And the other thing I want to mention on it in closing is that I don't know why they did the head and neck as one piece on this figure when they could have just as well done the neck as a separate piece with a ball joint at the bottom like it has, and then, you know, put the head on a dumbbell at the top of the neck. And, you know, I don't know why they did it the way they did. Maybe it was for aesthetic reasons, maybe it was a cost saving measure. I don't know. That's something I would like to know. So if anybody knows why they did it that way, I would like to know. Leave a comment or point me in the right direction. Either one. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content, or just help the channel grow, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.